What's going on, guys? We're back, and I want to look at Garrick's deck once again, because these three cards here have been commented on quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in here, and I'll kind of see what I would take out instead, maybe. Um, Again, this changes the entire curve of the deck, though. I think that was the reason that I took them out, is because we go from a even little wavy curve to a huge spike at 2, and Garrick's deck does not want to spike at 2. He wants to spike at 4 plus. So I mean, the big creatures really aren't great, but let's go ahead and relook at this. I'm going to take out the Primal Crux because he has trample, yes, but Garrick's deck doesn't want to have a lot of green creatures out. So put him in, I'm going to take Terra Stomper back in, and I'm going to put out the Hell of the Night Pack back in. That should even up the curve to look a little bit more like I want it. I still want bigger cost creatures. I'm actually going to take out Incremental Growth and put Primal Crux back in, just one of them, because he's probably better as a 1/1. I mean, that's a good board wipe. Again, I think I took out the 2 Nature's Lore because we have the 2 Cultivate. We have 2 Cultivate, 2 Nature's Lore, and 2 Medallions. And I like the Medallions more than well, it's not true. Medallions actually affect the turn they come into play, so does this. So you know what? I'm going to take out the 2 Medallions for the 2 Nature's Lore, because they both have the same ability and the same effect, except that the Nature's Lore is going to help us later on in the game, where Medallion won't affect us that much, especially the way our curve looks right now, with it being as low as it is, and that gets rid of some of the 2. But Lightning Greaves. Here's my feeling on Lightning Greaves. This is coming from me, who has played Ramp in what set was it with the deities? That will hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the black. I think it was Lorwyn block that had the 5/5 flyer. So I'm just talking traditionally a ramp deck, because that's what this is designed to be. It's designed to be turn 1 nothing, because apparently his deck sucks with turn 1. Turn 2 creature or Mana Excel, preferably turn 2 Mana Excel, turn 3 Mana Excel, turn 4 dude. That's Ant Queen or Primal Crux. That's ideally what you want to do, is you want to drop something big and scary on turn 4. So I don't feel like you want to waste the turn 2, turn 3, or turn 4 on an equipment. That's just my feeling. I mean, it's good to have. It's not bad ever. People can respond to the equip, so there's that. Luckily, this doesn't cost anything to equip, but I'm just saying in general that ideally you want to go turn 1 him, turn 2 Nature's Lore, turn 3 Cultivate, and have a mana up. Turn 4, you now have 1/2 extra lands, so you're at 6 mana, and you want to drop any of these creatures. Any of these 4 here, and then next turn play any of these ones. I mean, ideally, that's how the deck should operate. That's just my feeling with that, is I don't feel like that fits into the scheme of the deck. I realize that it is an amazing card, but last time I saw it in Standard, I do not believe it was in a ramp deck. I'm pretty sure it was in an aggro deck. I mean, yeah, it's nice to keep our big creatures protected, but you have so many big creatures. You know, you can put it on a Primeval Titan and be like, okay, cool. Primeval Titan can attack the turn he came out. But that leaves every one of your other big creatures open to a kill card. I mean, and who's to say in this deck that Terra Stomper is better than Primeval Titan? Because, I mean, Primeval Titan's benefit is grabbing non-basic lands, and all we have are basic lands. Which, I mean, thins the deck and gets us Howl the Night Pack bigger, but I mean, there aren't a lot of creatures in here that you want to give haste. No, Primeval Titan and the big guys that have trample definitely are. And, you know, you don't really need to give Ant Queen haste. You don't need to give the Timber Larva haste in most cases. I mean, sometimes he's good with haste. But that's my feelings on the Lightning Greaves. Now, if I were to play Lightning Greaves in the deck, now, and I mean, this isn't the style of deck that I usually play, so I could be completely wrong on where Lightning Greaves stands. So, but if I were to play Lightning Greaves in the deck, I would have to get rid of another lower cost card. Or a 4-cost card. 4-cost cards there are a lot of them, but there are a lot of really good cards. So, I feel like Ant Queen's going to keep you in the game against decks like Audrix, and I expect Audrix and Ajani's to be very popular because I've been playing Audrix and it's just stupid. So it gives you a chance to stay in the game a little bit longer. You really have no way to deal with flyers, thanks to me removing these. But you really shouldn't have to have a problem with 1/1 flyers. You know, he should be the one that has to chump block you. At least that's the idea behind the deck. Again, so let's see. I mean, it's a creature you can play early and get big. I like that. I mean, I guess if I were to remove one, it would probably have to be one the 1-cost or the 2-cost. Because, I mean, our curve is already really, really bad. The 5-cost should be a lot better, but the 5-cost in the deck really, really aren't. So there you go, there's that problem. So, I mean, I guess that ideally on turn 2, there's 100 different things you could do. We got these 4 and the 2 Garruk's Companions. Don't want to get rid of removal. See, that's the other part, is it really doesn't fit into the deck. Now, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what it wants to be in the deck, and I can't. So, I mean, I don't want to remove one of our big creatures because that's the goal of the deck. Leatherback Baloth is too good to remove. Proc Black is probably too good to remove. He's too good to remove. I mean, he might be able to be removed, but he's a lot of fun to attack with. Especially if we keep Lightning Greaves in, he's good synergy with that. So, only thing I can see worth removing is probably one of these Ant Queens. And I hate to do it, but if we're going to keep Lightning Greaves in, I just don't feel like she fits in. Because, you know, she's just not a creature that you want to give haste to because it doesn't matter. She helps you protect against Audric, but so does Predatory Rampage because it's basically overrun. So does Hell, and, you know, so do the big trample creatures. So, I mean, if you really want to keep Lightning Greaves in, that's it. It's just my feelings on it. And, I mean, they're my feelings, so I mean, you guys are welcome to feel differently. I would not play Lightning Greaves in the deck, personally. It says equipped creature has Shroud and Haste, equip 0. I mean, it's just, I feel like, again, we want to go turn 1, dude, ideally. In this deck, you're probably not because there's no 1-drops. which sucks because the curve's really bad. Turn 2, Nature's Lore, go up to 3 mana. Turn 4, Cultivate, go up to 5 mana. And turn 4, play a 6-drop. So any of these big guys, and then turn 5, play any of those. And I mean, you should have 5 lands, or you should have 7 lands out. You put out 7 wolves, and you win the game. So I mean, that's just my feelings on it. Again, I would be more apt to big creatures than an artifact that gives you Shroud, especially in a sealed format, because that's basically what this is. The Shroud is a lot less. The Shroud and the Haste are a lot less noticeable than. I don't know. I don't like using the equipment card because it does not give you card advantage unless you drop something big and they have to block. And I mean, you guys know my 2 cents on Lightning Greaves now. I mean, that's just what it is. Again, I wouldn't play it. I would focus more on Mana Excel and getting my big creatures out quicker than worrying about dropping that on turn 4 with something like a Timbermaw. I mean, yeah, you have 6 mana, and he's going to swing for 8, but he's just going to get chump blocked, and that's all he's ever going to get. And then as soon as you play a big creature, they're like, oh shit, he's got Lightning Greaves, well, I'm going to save my kill cards for a big creature when he tries to move it, kill it, and then you open the other creature up to death. So I would rather them just face one thing at a time and say, deal with this, deal with that, deal with that. But again, that's just me. I don't normally play ramp decks, but if I were, that was how I would do it. So thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, if you think that I should change something else, let me know. Post in the comments down below. I'm probably not going to do another video, but I just figured I would try and explain my logic on Lightning Greaves a little bit more in depth, since people don't seem to understand why I removed it, and I hope that gave you more of an insight into it. It's just, again, I just don't feel like it fits into this. So, post comments down below, leave a like, leave a dislike. Don't leave a dislike. I lied. Don't leave a dislike. If you didn't like the video, don't do anything. Just leave a bad comment down below and say you're an idiot for not liking Lightning Greaves. Because it's just, I don't feel like it fits into this. I don't feel like it fits into the ramp. I don't feel like it fits into our playstyle. I don't feel like it fits into the curve of the deck. I mean, it's nice on big scary creatures because they have trample and they can attack. I just don't know what turn you're going to play Lightning Greaves on, is the problem. So, again, basically what I'm equating this deck to is Kiora from last time. And I would not have played Lightning Greaves in Kiora's deck, because Kiora's deck was a ramp deck, and it's just, this is a big scary creature, deal with it. This is a big scary creature, deal with it. This is another big scary creature, deal with it. Oh, you can't deal with this one, I win the game. No, I just don't feel like anywhere in the curve that Lightning Greaves fits in. But that's just me. You know what I would take out for it now. So let me know, guys, what you think below, and I will see you later.